We are continuing with our Maths Ordinary Level course. It's Zimbopreneur. Now, we are focusing on the geometry of shapes with the primary focus on the quadrilateral shapes. So, quadrilateral shapes. A quadrilateral, quads. These are shapes with 4 sides. A quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides. Now we are going to be playing around with quadrilaterals in so many topics, from area mensuration, but we need to grasp the basics of the quadrilateral. And the quad number 1, trapezium. Now, how does the trapezium look? Basically, a trapezium has to have one set of parallel lines. If you're familiar with parallel lines, check out the diagram that I'm drawing over there. Now, the one pair of parallel lines, obviously they have to be depicted or shown, and usually they're shown with those arrows. That arrow over there and this arrow over there. So this is the one pair of parallel lines. So only one pair of parallel lines, that's a trapezium. And then we move on to a parallelogram. Just with the name parallelogram, it means the shapes, the sides, all the sides somehow need to be parallel. The pairs, 2 pairs of parallel lines, they create a parallelogram. Right? So that and that will be parallel, and also the other 2 will also be parallel. Now, these features that I'm drawing right now, they're important because these arrows, they are the only arrows that shows that those 2 lines and that line are parallel. When you don't see those lines, don't just assume that those 2 lines are parallel. So that's a parallelogram, 2 pairs of parallel lines creating a quadrilateral. Then we move on to a rhombus. Now, a rhombus is a tricky thing because first of all, you need to be familiar with a square, because a square is all sides which are equal and a rhombus is all sides which are equal. But a rhombus looks like a square that has been a bit squashed in a way, because all the sides are equal and they are all of them, they are parallel, but they are not straight and they don't look like a square. That square over there, you can see the baby there trying to squash the square, maybe to create a rhombus. I won't talk much about a square. A square is obvious, all the sides are equal. Then I move on to another quadrilateral, which is a rectangle. Now, a rectangle is a length and a width. Now, these are the quadrilaterals, and before you calculate the area of all these, you just need to know the properties. It's Zimbopreneur. I hope we're moving together with this course as we move on to the next topic and tackle bigger questions, bigger things. Great stuff.